I'm not sure if you noticed, but technology is getting smaller and smaller, baby-sized, if you will. Now, new technology is available to cater to even the smallest of us. Yes, the tech world is gearing up to help those of us who are still spitting up. Here's Albert Lawrence to explain.
Welcoming a new baby into the world is a joyous experience, but it's also stressful and tiring. Luckily, 3 recent innovations can now help new parents get some peace of mind and some much-needed sleep. The first one is called Bloom Life.
Bloom Life is the first and only clinically validated wearable to safely and conveniently measure, track, and time contractions from home.
I traveled to Oakland, California to meet biomedical engineer Eric Dye and learn more about the monitor that aids parents in determining when it's the best time to go to the hospital.
We came up with the concept about 4 years ago. At the time, my co-founder's wife was pregnant with her first child, which ultimately culminated in unnecessary trips to the hospital sometimes because they thought they were in labor, and we thought we could solve this.
A woman's body can have many practice contractions weeks before it's time for the baby to arrive. And at home, it's hard to tell if she's in actual labor or not.
The current technology that's used was developed in the late 50s. It's a device called a cardiotocogram. It's those big belts that women get strapped into in the hospital. That technology is still state of the art.
Eric's challenge was to shrink that technology into a compact device that could monitor uterine activity.
What we started doing was ideating around the design of what could the design of this be? How could we make something that's easy to use, that's approachable, that's not scary? This is what the product looks like today. This is the reusable sensor that houses all the electronics, and this is a disposable patch.
The sensor sends vital information to an app on a smartphone, information which can be shared. Tracking a baby's growth inside the womb can now be done at home with a handheld ultrasound kit called Baby Watcher, which lets you create and share pictures of your unborn child. Baby Watcher is not a medical device, but it works like a doctor's ultrasound, sending pulses of high-frequency sound waves into the womb. The waves bounce off the fetus, creating an echo effect, which produces an image. Sound waves pose no health risk to baby or mother, so you can take as many ultrasound pics as you like. And finally, once the baby arrives, life can be an adjustment for both parents and newborns. Pediatrician Dr. Harvey Karp has spent his career developing methods to keep babies happy and calm, and he's put those ideas into a cradle he calls SNOO.
What's not commonly known is in the womb, the sound is louder than a vacuum cleaner, and babies are constantly jiggled and moved. And so the idea of putting them in a flat bed, still by themselves in a quiet room, is weird for babies. And so what SNOO does is it imitates the experience babies have in the womb, which improves their sleep and helps to soothe them. But what was tricky was to build a bed that was able to deliver those motions just the way a human being would, which means a slow rocking and shushing when the baby is asleep, but more of a jiggly rocking and louder shushing when the baby is upset.
No doubt, these baby tech innovations will help parents a great deal. But science still has one last problem to figure out, and we all hope it's soon.